Okay, hi, Alex. It's so nice to have you joining me today for this 15-minute franchisee interview. I'm Julie Synan. I'm the Director of Franchise Development here. And I'm so excited to just talk to you a little bit about your experience as a right-at-home owner.
No, I'm excited to be here. It's been a great transition so far and has exceeded my expectations on what serving my community and owning a business can do.
That's good to hear. So let's just go ahead and start. Introduce yourself and share your location, when you became an owner, and the number of territories you have.
Yeah, so I'm Alex English. I am the owner of Right at Home in Southern Illinois. I'm located on the Illinois side of the Mississippi River, right across from St. Louis. I currently own two territories.
All right. And when did you become an owner?
I became an owner on March 8th of this year, so I just crossed my 3-month mark.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I think I know it all by now.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're well on your way.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background before you became a franchise owner.
Yeah, so before becoming a franchise owner, I worked in corporate healthcare for around 17 years. I worked in home health, correctional healthcare, addiction medicine, and pediatric dentistry and orthodontics. Most of my time was spent building and leading recruitment teams, although I did also have a short stint, 4 or 5 years of business development and client relations. So that kind of prepared me for stepping into this role as a franchisee with Right at Home.
Wow. And what made you choose right at home?
So my last position before I took the plunge into owning my own business, I actually worked for a small business broker group that sold home care companies. So I got to really learn the ins and outs of the business and the ins and outs of all the different franchisors. And I always told myself that if something came available in my home territory, because I can't relocate, that it'd be something that I would jump at. And well, luck would have it, one became available.
Well, that's really interesting, and that it's funny how you put it out there and it happened for you. I mean, that's great, and obviously you chose right at home for a good reason. You knew enough about us to know it would be a good fit for you.
No, absolutely. I actually had a little ability to see the franchisor before I even went down this path is with my old company. I attended the Right at Home annual conference in 2025 and got to meet a lot of the franchisees and a lot of the franchisor staff and was just blown away by how mission driven they were to taking care of
Mhm.
seniors and the support behind the scenes for franchisees and just the camaraderie with the franchisees as well. So it really was just kind of a match made in heaven.
That's lovely. So walk me through what a typical day looks like for you.
Oh, I wish there was a typical day. No, I mean, home care is just such a fun environment because every day I go home knowing that I'm helping people. So, some days I'm in the office strategizing on scheduling and kind of where we're going to get our next client. Other days I'm out in the field meeting with clients. On Wednesdays, I'm always in the office, so I get a chance to speak with our new caregivers during orientation. But really, because I'm my own boss as a franchisee, I can kind of dictate what I like to do and delegate what I don't like to do. And luckily for me, I have an amazing staff that I inherited with this resale that have really jumped in and jumped in with both feet to make this transition as smooth as possible for our clients.
Awesome. Now, when you think about the support that you receive from Right at Home, I know the camaraderie has been powerful for you and that the collaboration. When it comes to the support you receive from Right at Home operationally, which part would you say is the most valuable for you?
Well, Stacy, my onboarding and Right Start coach, just everything about our interactions made the process a lot smoother. I mean, as you can imagine, buying a business is a very complex ordeal with a lot of moving parts. But Stacy was the point person for me, and not only with learning the operations and learning what I needed to do prior on, but just kind of being that shoulder to kind of talk to and that kind of rock of resiliency. Because again, it is a tough thing going through a resale. But the operational support that we received at the Residence Week was great. Getting to meet all the subject matter experts, and forming relationships with them, so I know who I can go to if I have a problem, has been instrumental in taking the stress, so I could focus solely on kind of growing the business. And then I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't shout out to the business of senior care. Because it wasn't for Marcus and his team, the licensure process would have been a lot more stressful than it was. But they were able to walk me through everything and made sure that everything was in place because in the state that I operate in Illinois, there's some nuances there that make everything a little bit more complex. So without their support and kind of guidance, I don't know if I'd be sitting here today.
Really is powerful to have that support you need, especially when it comes to licensure, right?
Absolutely.
So thanks for that. Can you share a story just about a really good film, good moment? Have you had any of those yet where you feel like you've made an impact?
Oh, there's actually too many, which is something that you hear this, you're like, oh, it can't be that great, but it is. We've had just quite a few clients that I've had either their sons or daughters or their other relatives reach out after they passed and just told us how well our caregivers did and the comfort that they brought their family throughout this really difficult time and just the care and compassion and consistency and communication that they received from us was just top notch. So just hearing those stories is great. And, you have those fun clients where you have someone who's a little bit more involved with the care than others, and they're always calling you and giving you updates. And sometimes those are good updates, and sometimes those are, well, updates. But just having that constant communication with families and seeing the impact that we're making, it's fantastic.
Thank you. That is important. And for anyone out there who's looking to become a franchisee with Right at Home, can you share one piece of advice that you would give to them?
Um, home care is a people business. So if you're looking to, join a franchise or you really want to make sure that the right people are a part of that franchisor. And I've definitely seen that with Right at Home. Given my experience of 17 years of healthcare recruitment for physicians and leaders, I really think that my radar when it comes to finding mission-driven individuals who are really caring about their clients and not necessarily the numbers behind their clients, that's what I get from Right at Home, and that's why I chose to go with Right at Home.
I love that. And it sounds like you're a very involved owner and things are going well. And I am so appreciative of your time today to sit down with me and answer a few questions. And I know you're busy and you've got a busy day. So want to say thank you for taking your time out to meet with me and wish you continued success in the impact that you have on your community there.
No, thanks. And being a part of Right Home's a big part of that success. Again, all the support and training and guidance that I receive, every day from different members has been a big part of that. So happy to be here, and I couldn't imagine doing it anywhere else.
That is so wonderful to hear. Thanks again. We appreciate you.
Yep, thank you. Have a great
Take
day.
care. You too. Bye.